Everyone, it's time to hit the power plant. But this time we're smarter and better prepared. I know we can do this. We have to do this. It's the only way we can find Tatiana.
Mousy, you're talking about striking at the heart.
I have evidence that NAR was conducting Chernobylite experiment. Tatiana and her baby were two of their subjects. With the rate at which we must act now.
What about that black mask-wearing motherfucker?
His name is Boris Glukov. He, Tatiana, and I were close friends until he betrayed us. He helped the KGB gather evidence against Tatiana. Then he experimented on himself with Chernobylite and ended up with great power. He's strong.
Do you know what NAR is actually doing at the power plant? Why is it so important?
NAR wants to create a permanent wormhole to the Chernobylite world. And get Tatiana's abilities are needed to support the space. It's hard to know what happens if they succeed. But what they're doing is they could unleash something horrific on this world, or because we're never going to know the outcome. Because we're going to stop them.
I like the pep talk, Professor. I think you even gave me a bit of a job. But do we have the right to...
Yes, we do. We've got... This is much bigger than anything any of us has done before.
One organization holding this much power is against everything I believe in. And besides...
You know how I feel. The Rat King must be stopped at all costs.
I started out doing this for a paycheck. But I'm going to end it for my brother-in-law.
Whatever it takes to protect my people and drive NAR out?
You think I'm gonna back out now and miss the best part? Fuck no!
I appreciate your trust. We can't count on the element of surprise, but we know time and again NAR has shown they would rather capture than kill me. We'll dress somebody up as an NAR officer, escorting a prisoner. We have 2 NAR uniforms, both male.
I'll do it. I have no problem posing as an NAR officer. My hand is still giving me...
You should take someone who can keep his cool when things go sideways. As I...
You're not seriously thinking about going without me? I'm a blasted...
All right, we still have one more uniform. NAR must have upgraded its digital defense perimeter and surveillance. A skillful hacker should be able to at least...
I'm your man, Mousy. The great Rat Cat. Electronics, surveillance, computers.
Wouldn't call myself a black hat, but I know enough. As long as we don't get...
I need someone to cover our asses in case we end up in the shit.
Firearms are my preferred method of solving problems. But I can...
My shooting's impaired since I injured my hand. But I...
What's there to consider? I'm your gal, Igor.
Last but not least, a spy. I want someone to monitor NAR activities.
I've been watching these assholes fight the reflection for years. I know how they...
I know the power plant like a boy.
Does everyone know what to do? Last chance to reconsider.
This is it, my love. The last stretch. You've been through so much for me. Make sure you're ready, because it will take everything you have. Your wits, your strength, your plan, your companion's loyalty, everything. Good luck, my love.
This is it. Today's the day, whatever happens. Everything sorted, guys? Can we start our prisoner escort on?
All right. Can't wait to meet your girlfriend, Igor.
If the uniform doesn't get us in, we have one more ace up our sleeve. Their friend-enemy password. They say, we quell the storm. And we reply, and ride the thunder. Remember it. Before we enter the lion's den, I need to triple-check everything is ready. How's my techie? Have you logged into their system?
I'm in, Mousy. What do you need me to do? Overload their systems? Bypass security? You ask and I'll do it. But don't be rash. Once we get started, it's only a matter of time before they kick me out again.
Spy check. How are my eyes and ears?
Eyes are bright and my ears are wide open. I got the plans and codes up and I could hear those boring fuckers chatter like they were sitting in my lap. No worries, Igor. With me on your side, this'll be like walking to the grocery store.
Sniper, are you in position? Have you got eyes on?
I'm all set, Igor, and I feel good. This is just like my hunting days. I could shoot the fly off your lapel.
There are a few sentries outside the gate.
Taking them out quickly is certainly an option, and with the silencer, I should be able to keep my position.
Better use the side passage for now. You can all just be cool and they'll fall for it. No army in the world puts that...
Okay, showtime.
Halt! Who goes there?
Stand down, Private, and clear the way.
Yes, sir. You can find the brass in the tent behind the gates.
So far, so good. But it's getting harder now. NAR's upgraded some of the old security features.
The electronics are the least of your worries. Nobody said anything about this exposed courtyard. You stand out like a signal flare at a funeral, Igor. Be extra careful.
Security checkpoint. What used to be a radiation detector is now a
I already found the right database.
I can't get a line of sight on all of them. Maybe I should target those fuel tanks. That'll keep them distracted long enough for you to slip past. But if we...
Those NAR security systems can be broken by someone with enough know-how. Those IT wankers probably... I don't mind taking a gamble, but a fancy uniform...
Tarakan.
One moment.
Time to move. With a little... The entrance should be very close. It's a large metal door to the tech access corridor. Nothing I can't handle.
Remember the charges I prepared for breaching security doors? Powerful, but quiet. Like sticking a curling iron into a pound of butter. Or maybe you want to save them for later. Keep your head down, Igor. There's a fucking sniper on...
Stop yelling!
Picked it up on the radio. They haven't made you yet, but if you trigger the alarm, they'll come...
Damn! If I force the lock, it'll...
I can try to remotely unlock the door without tripping the alarm.
Well, you put that guy on the platform to sleep, and you can make as much noise as you want.
The lock is wired to the alarm system, but Sashko's charges will destroy both the lock... All right, Olga.
Bullseye!
We made it inside. We're safe, at least for now. These tunnels just about make a beeline to the reactor. From there, the way to the Ark should be easy. What the fuck? The electronics are sizzling as if they're going to explode.
That's to be expected, Mousy. The power plant's electrical system is antiquated, falling apart. We should find a way to short-circuit the power.
If you're feeling tempted to go for a swim, don't. The water's electrified. One wrong step and it's bye-bye, Igor.
I have access to the circuit board.
Have you been listening, Mousy? I can turn off the entire sector remotely.
I can't shoot the switchboard, can I? I would have to go there and I'll be out of the game after that.
Tarakan.
Today, the darkness is...
We're getting close to the reactor floor. I think we managed to dodge the main security detail. As long as we maintain our cover, we should be good.
Step very fucking lightly now, Igor. The place is swarming with those cocksuckers. NAR's beefed up security around Ark for some reason. Either they're preparing for something, or you're walking straight into a goddamn trap.
I'm in the Golden Corridor. It looks like NAR.
Don't be a fool, Igor. Let me take care of it. I can take them all down.
Time to play prisoner escort card. If they don't...
Let's try the prisoner escort.
Stop right there. I don't recognize you, soldier.
Unwrap the thunder. Now step aside. I'm bringing this criminal...
Okay, go ahead.
Damn. We need to get...
I can help, Igor. You don't need sniper cover with this. I'll come closer and see if I can stir up some trouble and get the scientists to evacuate.
The Brainiacs have their own dedicated comms. I can put my fabulous...
The great rat catcher has smiled.
This is fucked. Even if they somehow bought our cover story, who...
Tarakan.
Sounds good, Mousy. It shouldn't take long to...
Attention! Pneumonia! Achtung! The reactor's about to explode! Run for your lives, everyone!
What kind of nonsense is this? The reactor cannot
Fuck it, Anatoly. A break is a break.
These old ventilation ducts will take me straight to the Ark.
What the hell is this? Was it here before?
The door is trapped. Touch it, and I'll spend my last moments on Earth
Mousy, the ventilation duct should not be safe.
The main generator's in sight. If I sabotage it, you'll...
Wait, Igor! Remember the map you borrowed from that fucker Semenov?
Sashko's explosives might come... Your plan sounds reasonable, Mick.
The doors are behind you, Igor. Cut through the crap on the other side. Climb up in there, and it'll...
Oh, hello, Igor. I've been expecting you.
Semenov? You said you didn't...
You are... I have to say, you earned that right through...
Tanya?
You've always known where she is.
What do you mean?
You should be asking.
If you hurt her...
Stop, please. Stop playing the role. After everything you've seen, everything you've learned, I'll spell it out for you. If you haven't the stomach to see it for yourself. Tatiana, she always has been. There were other candidates, but we're going to use Tatiana to create a state. She will travel there and help us reach its source. With her...
This is madness.
My God, is this display? You must put your maudlin sentiments aside, Igor. The only real force in this life is change, and everything else is a substitute, an excuse meant to change you. You are my biggest regret. Did you know you were supposed to be special? So very fucking... All that glorious potential has been wasted. I've failed you, yes. Please don't argue with me.
I'm going to save Tatiana. Stay out of my way and I will...
Unfortunately, no. I cannot...
What's wrong with you, Igor? How foolish can you be? How did you not see this coming? Your companion's fate has been sealed in this timeline. The least you can do is consider what led to this.
Sashka! Oh, good lord!
Stand down!
Sashka, can you hear me? Say something!
He's gone, Igor. Now focus. You gotta focus on the mission.
heard the man move! The priority is to protect the lab!
Damn! Looks like we'll have to fight our way out. These guys are the last thing standing between me and Tatiana.
I've got an ID, Igor. I know there's still some charges left. I can sneak past those. Trust me, I'm not in that much of a hurry to die, but I don't see any...
Oh no, this sucks big time balls. I wish we had someone inside who...
All right, Olga.
I'm going, Igor. Don't forget me. At least not for a while.
What the fuck was that? It came from outside! All units evacuate the power plant! Let's go! Go! Go!
God damn you, Igor. You and your suicide mission. I'm bleeding like a slaughtered pig.
Olga! What's going on? Talk to me!
All I see is blood. Oh, shit. I think I'm dying.
Hold on, Olga! Don't give up!
It's too late for me.
Everyone, wait here and watch the perimeter. I have to do this alone. Olga! Olga, can you hear me? Oh, no! Tatiana, finally.
Igor, my love, my child.
It's been so very long.
You know it in your heart, my love. I've been...
But how?
You shouldn't be here. It's a mistake. You'll only bring great misery on us all. My poor little... All of us together, finally.
What did you call me?
There's nothing you can do. You have to end this. Both of us.
What connection?
The connection is the strongest force in the universe. Go to the reactor.
Find what?
No more waiting. Please, can't you just...
Tanya?
Go.
Tatiana.
Boris, help!
I don't understand.
Reactor, Chernobylite.
Well, what do I do?
Hi, Igor. Happy to see me.
Olivier?
Do you really need to ask? Did you think I was an idiot?
Put the gun down. Whatever it is, we can work it out.
You are such an asshole. I've been helping you all this time. I lost my best friend just to help you find this...
Olivier, please.
Not once, not fucking once did you offer to help me. It was always about you.
Semenov? What's he got to do with...
Yes, I was working for Semenov. He hired me to keep tabs on you. It went pretty well until your black mass...
But Semenov, why would you work for that lunatic?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe a chance to change what cannot be changed? To go back...
But that's crazy.
Crazy, sure. Is it any crazier than...
I'm not saying it's impossible, but...
But helping me was never on your... I should have seen it sooner. Besides, you're not... I keep having these dreams where I die. I wake up and I live again. It's motherfucking Groundhog Day in hell.
I don't know what to tell you. You're right. I just never thought anyone else would see...
Sure. Semenov isn't the one with the Messiah complex. You are.
Like I said, it's not impossible. But this...
Not good enough, Igor.
I'm serious too. We don't know what's behind that door. Semenov wanted me here for a reason. And it... So I promise you, once we see this through, I'll do everything in...
Say it. To save my team.
To save your team.
Okay.
All right. I'll be back. Keep an eye...
Sure. I just hope you don't screw things up and get us all killed.
You took your time.
Cut the crap. It's time you get...
Yes, we'll get to that. But since this is our last...
Fine. Just...
What do you really hope to achieve, Igor?
Isn't that obvious? I want to...
You may find this surprising, but our...
How's that?
We were both going after the same thing. But this whole time, we've been chasing someone else's agenda without no...
Come on, man. I've come too far.
Let's start from the beginning.
I sure do, Boris. You were my closest friend until you decided to betray me. To take to...
Boris is dead. I killed him on that fateful night. April 26, 1986.
You took his?
The more important question. The question you somehow... Because you're not Professor Igor Kamenyuk. You never were. I am Igor Kamenyuk.
Protect me? How? By trying to kill me at...
If I wanted to kill you, I would have done it the first...
Will you quit talking in fucking riddles?
The truth is hard to swallow, I know. Tatiana isn't your fiancée. She's mine. Everything you know about her, everything... You are my clone. Sort of. You got my body, my brain, my skills, and...
What are you saying? How...
Tatiana was sterile. That was our personal tragedy. But when Semenov imprisoned her after the Duga fiasco, she fell pregnant. He needed me to stay on the project and study Chernobylite. What happened next was... I don't know what to call it. An immaculate conception. She gave birth to a boy. You. You grew much more quickly than other kids. But the Chernobylite no doubt affected you in unpredictable ways. I didn't know what to do with you. But it was obvious that Semenov would incorporate you into his experiments until one night. Tanya, your mother, she pleaded with me to release you into the woods.
You're saying Tatiana's child, who you released in the woods in 1990?
Of course you don't. You looked like a teenager, but had the mind of a small child. The night was so cold.
The sweater? I had it in the camp.
Yes, it could have been a trigger. Your mind somehow began. Perhaps you were constructed from Tatiana's desires, from her expectations of... I suspect the process was somehow...
But she's been calling me this whole time.
I'm afraid you were bamboozled, my poor boy. We all were...
Chernobylite? But the image...
They felt so real, I know. Your mother was your biggest weakness. It wanted you here. It has plans for you.
Someone sent me a photo of Tatiana, and they were real. I couldn't have constructed...
Oh, that. It was that bastard Semenov, of course. He wanted to bring you here as well. I really hoped you would stay away. But it's too late now. Only one of us is leaving...
Wait, can't we talk...
We just did. Goodbye, son. Come on, show me the new and improved Igor Kiminuk. You're making this too easy, son. To save Tanya. Only I am. I wish there was another way. Don't go easy on me. I won't do the same for you. I won't let you hurt her. Gives me no pleasure, but it has to be done. Why did you have to come here and complicate things? You're making this too easy, son. You're better than me. This gives me no pleasure. It has to be done. Too easy, son. Easy on me. I won't do the same for you. No pleasure, but it has to be. To make it quick for Tatiana's sake. You're making this too easy, son. I wish there was another way. I don't need a force field to defeat you.
I told you to watch Tanya. How on earth did you get in here?
Focus, Igor. Look familiar?
Where did you get that?
Where else? I took it from you. From your cold... In a reality where you fucked up, my friend. From one of the many worlds...
Are you saying that you come from a different...
This is hell. You have no idea.
Where are you going?
Back to my screwed up world, of course. You know me. I'd prefer to...
Wait!
Don't waste the chance I've given you, Igor.
It's over, my son. Close the portal. Cut the connection. Deny this thing away into our world. Do it now!
Son, please. It will kill her. It will kill...
Just let me go.
You can do this, son. You can be the man. Go through the portal and face this thing. Undo the...
No. Do not do this.
A single shot of adrenaline would have saved my ass. Why didn't you give it to me, you cheap fuck? My life was in your hands, and you let me die.
We were partners, old-timer. I always had your back. Why didn't you have mine?
Taking care of us was your job. You let me die. You failed.
The eulogy you gave at my funeral was awful. Pure drivel. How can you sleep at night, Mousy?
I trusted you. You were supposed to save us all. You killed Kostya, you motherfucker. My Kostya!
Why? Why did you betray me, Mousy?
After everything I've done for you, you chose NAR? Burn in hell, you backstabbing little freak!
Executing an unarmed prisoner like a common thug. I expected more from you, Professor Kaminyuk.
This isn't possible. These things can't all have happened. I fixed them. At least some of them.
You were wrong. Did you think meddling with space-time wouldn't have consequences? All of this, every bit of it, happened.
But how? I was going back through the wormholes. I was fixing everything.
There is no time travel the way your friend Olivier understands it. You can never change what's already occurred, because every change creates its own space-time continuum.
And time only moves in one direction. Entropy.
Every time you make or unmake a decision, you twist an entire dimension. It's because you are a part of me, made from the same multi-dimensional stuff.
But I just wanted to save Tatiana.
Yes, your mother. And along the way, you destroyed countless lives across dozens of dimensions. All because of animal body chemistry. Because of the human need to connect with your progenitor. So, here I am. I am your real mother.
Bullshit.
But it's a matter of perspective. To a spider,
Don't.
Having a bit of an identity crisis. As a poet, the fear that clouds your mind.
Fear?
The fear of discovering there is nothing at the core of your persona, but don't worry. I am about to reveal the truth.
What do you...
Have you ever wondered why? Despite your technological why destroy your own ecosystem? Why you cannot help but why over and over again you say...
If you're thinking to catch me off guard with your freshman philosophy and people are for the most part selfish assholes. I don't need an so what's next? Are you going to propose some kind... Am I to be your prophet and help you usher...
I never expected you to be so not... No, a new world order isn't enough to save you from...
Is that right?
Again, it's the fear of your own existence. I can take it all away. I can help you as I've...
How?
Your kind can only live in the moment. The future is terrifying to you. It makes you do silly. Just become my vessel, and I will remake mankind in my image. Burn, I must reduce
That is some insane...
You're scared this will make you feel less... This is what being a hero is all about. We can banter words for as long as you want, but the result is inevitable. You and I struggling against me will only tire you. It will not. You are like a fish, endlessly swimming the circumference of a wash basin. All your science cannot help you. It's time to set aside this futile struggle.
I see you have it all figured out, my love. If mankind wants to destroy itself, let it. For all I know...
You are defiant, like her. I can have you wake back up at your base again and again in the...
A circle?
Oh, don't get distracted with your theories now.
I almost fell for it. But me! I'm your only hope, and this also makes...
You cannot exist without me.
True. But you also cannot exist in this plane with... You're no god. You're just a fucking parasite. A freeloader looking for a new... Tanya, my mom, is no longer a viable option for you. Who knows? Perhaps you never needed her in the first place. And all this...
You don't even know what you are. You have no...
Identity. Yes. Perhaps I'm Igor, perhaps maybe I'm just a faulty copy of a dead physicist. But it doesn't matter. And that brings us neatly to my conclusion. As a scientist, I say watch closely, my love. This is my final experiment. It's...
No! 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 The protagonist never returned from the power plant. The Chernobylite vanished entirely. The zone is now free of it. Igor stalkers drove off the remaining NAR troops and even convinced a few of them to join the cause. Now they're working together for the good of the Samoshels, tracking down the few remaining monsters still roaming the area. Olivier never had the chance to change his own history and prevent the ambush that wiped out his team. Igor's example convinced him to abandon his plan and accept his flawed past. That tragedy, after all, made him the man he was. With time, he made his peace, and in the end, was grateful to be part of something bigger than himself. Once the events in the zone were finished, he sought out Anton's fiancée and took care of both her and her daughter. In spite of his flaws, Olivier will always be remembered in the zone for his courage and grit. Mikhail's life was always full of violence. He was the angriest, most obnoxious man Igor had ever known, but he was also unfailingly honest, both with himself and others. Mikhail's thirst to avenge his murdered friends was his main driving force, but working with Igor and the others eventually made him appreciate the kinder aspects of life. In spite of his rough manner and the darkness inside him, Igor came to like the neurotic Stalker, and by the end, considered him a true colleague. Mikhail decided to remain in the zone and join the others in protecting their shared home. Sashko had always been the lone wolf and daredevil of the zone. Life had always been harsh for him, and he learned the hard way to rely only on himself. His crusade against NAR began with a desire for closure regarding his brother Ruslan's death, but Igor's quest to find Tatiana was what kept him going until the end. In his final moments, he enjoyed a privilege afforded to few men indeed. He had no regrets. He died as he lived, fighting bravely for those closest to him, and that was enough. Tarakan's fight against the Rat King has reached an end. Having barely survived the zone, he realized his time was up. Now, someone else must carry the torch and defeat the evil lurking in the power plant. But Tarakan wasn't worried. After all, he had prepared Igor and others well. Tarakan's true identity was never discovered. Was he a madman, a saint, a spy? Perhaps he was all of these, or perhaps none of them. But one thing is certain, the old man was a true child of Pripyat. His restless soul will forever wander its marshes and woods. Olga's last thoughts were with her mother and those Samoshils. She had joined Igor in his mission because she knew what it meant to live with a hole inside you, a hole left by the departed. As a troubled teenager in Minsk, she'd never planned to become a freedom fighter or martyr, but sometimes we encounter the person who will change our destiny at just the right moment. Life is unpredictable that way. Olga will always be in the hearts of all the Samoshils whose lives she touched. Like so many before him, General Koslov made the wrong choices while chasing a dream of the good life. War taught him about the cruelty and inevitability of loss, leaving him indifferent to human suffering. It was only thanks to his nephew Galib and Igor that Koslov found a serendipitous moment that placed his life on a new trajectory. He realized that some victories come at too great a cost. Koslov left NAR at just the right time and lived out his days in quiet contemplation, somewhere far beyond their nefarious grasp. Semenov's ambitions and neuroses almost got him killed. He was a brilliant scientist, but could never come to terms with the collapse of the Soviet Union. Though not a devout communist, Semenov could not stomach the chaotic aftermath, for it reflected the emptiness of his own heart. And so he chased his green Chernobylite dream, hoping his experiments would usher in a new world order. In reality, what he sought was to fill the gaping void in his own soul. Meeting his former student Igor saved Semenov's life, although he could never have predicted it. Confronted with mortal danger, he realized he could no longer allow his demons to determine his fate. He left the zone, hoping there was still time for him to find peace. Without Semenov's brilliance, NAR eventually dissolved. Most of its mercenaries wiped out by either the Shadows or the Samoshils. Faced with staggering losses, the shareholders halted all funding. All that remains of NAR in the zone are the empty barracks and derelict labs, stark reminders of a misguided ambition based on human misery.